iPad Pro M5 is finally here, and if you clicked on this video, you probably got one, or you clicked on this video to see what it's capable of. In this video, I'm going to share 26 tips, tricks, and hidden features that you can now do on your iPad. Let's first start with multitasking. The new iPad M5 is basically a MacBook, but it still looks like an iPad. Well, the good news is you can now give it more display space and really take advantage of the entire screen. To do that, go to Settings and then head to Display and Brightness. Then click on Display Zoom, and from here, press on More Space. This makes everything look a bit smaller, and because of that, it really starts feeling like a MacBook. Now, if you really want to push it and make the iPad really feel like a MacBook, with this new iOS 26 feature, you can now have multiple resizable windows. To enable it, swipe down from the top right corner of your screen to open Control Center. From here, look for the new button, which is this multi-window looking one. Once enabled, all your apps and windows become resizable. This does really make it feel like a MacBook, but also if you swipe down from the top of an app's window, you will see a MacBook style menu bar with things like File, Edits, Format, View, Window, and Help. And you will also see this traffic light controls from which you can then close the app, hide it, or make it full screen. See, as I said, this really makes it feel and look like a MacBook. You can literally open up to 12 apps at the same time and have them all on your screen. Now with this new layout, we also have a quick gesture to make multitasking easier. Basically, when you have an app open, flick its window to the left or right edge of the screen. It will snap into a split view automatically and resize itself to fit half of the screen. And then you just do the same thing to a second app. And now you entered a split screen view. But what if you want 4 apps perfectly arranged? Well, no problem. All you need is have 4 apps open, then press and hold the new MacBook style traffic button, and here a menu pops up with different layout options. Tap the 4-way arrangement icon to instantly place 4 windows symmetrically on your screen. Now that you have a new layout where you stack each app on top of each other, it's very important to know how you can close them. Yes, you can close them one by one, but the same as before, if you long swipe from the bottom, you will be able to remove apps from here. But if you also have the keyboard, you just swipe up with 3 fingers to remove all of the apps very easily as you would if you were using the iPad without a keyboard. Now, before we keep going, I want to give a huge shout out to ESR for sponsoring this section of the video. Their accessories are very affordable but high quality, and I literally have all of their products on all of my Apple devices. But now let me show you their accessories for the new iPad M5. If you bought yourself a new iPad, obviously you will need a stylus, because how else are you using your iPad? But the Apple Pencils are super expensive, especially for the Pro models, and they obviously don't come with your iPad. But ESR Stylus does just as much for the fraction of the Apple Pencil price. It even comes with extra tips if you ever need them. And here's how to use it. First, connect it via Bluetooth by going into Settings, Bluetooth, and selecting ESR Pencil. By the way, the pencil is magnetic, so you can stick it to the side of the iPad, and this will make sure that the pencil is always with you. This digital pencil has some cool gestures too. If you press the top button once, it takes you home. And if you double tap it, you will see all the opened apps all at once. Everyone always asks if you can scribble with it, and yes, you can. And that's my favorite part. Another cool feature that the stylus has is that you can locate it with Find My so you never lose it. If I'm using my iPad, I'm definitely using it with the stylus. So a very good screen protector is a must. And of course I use ESR screen protectors because they're not only extremely protective, they are so easy to install. All you have to do is clean your screen with the included tools, then place your iPad facing down like so, and close the whole thing like a book. Then simply press on top with your hand and pull on the tab evenly. See how easy that was? And the screen protector is sitting perfect. And now that the screen is protected, we obviously need a case, because this thing is like $1,000, and no, I don't trust myself enough to carry this outside without a case on it. So here I have ESR's Shift magnetic case, and it does so much more than just protecting your iPad. You can use it in 6 different ways, such as watching a show, browsing something vertically like this, and this part even detaches and still covers your whole iPad. You can also put your iPad in this position to use it with your stylus. And if you really want to, you can actually stick your iPad to the fridge in this case. ESR literally has you covered for all things iPad for a fraction of Apple's price. The links to these products are in my description, so make sure you check them out. Now back to the rest of the iPad tips and tricks. Now I'm pretty sure we all use the Notes app, especially if we're studying or for work. So let me show you a few cool things you can do in your Notes app. You do not have to stick to this blank page while taking notes, especially if they're handwritten notes. Go to the 3 dots instead, then go to Lines and Grids, and here you have many options to choose from. For example, let's choose grids. And there you go. Now you can write and everything is gonna be perfectly aligned. Next, when you handwrite in your Notes app, by default, your handwriting is not going to be auto-refined, but your iPad can actually do it. To turn it on, go to the marker button, press on 3 dots, and then turn on auto refine handwriting. It will take a bit to get used to your handwriting style, and once it does, it'll basically refine your handwriting as you go to make your notes look cleaner. This next one is really cool too. If you like to take notes with images for better understanding or memorization, you do not have to find those images on Google or draw them yourself. Well, actually, you kind of do have to draw them yourself, but not the way that you think you do. Let's say you're a math student and you're learning about lungs. All you have to do is draw a sketch that looks something like lungs, then scroll to the right and pick this magic wand. Then draw around your sketch and this bar will pop up. Here you'll just type in lungs and it'll basically give you an image right away. You can then also press on the style up here and choose between 3 options like animation, illustration, and sketch. It's really cool how you can customize an image the way that you want it. Another cool thing to know about the Notes app is that you can get perfect shapes in a second. Let's say you want to box something in. Just start drawing a square and it doesn't have to be perfect. But at the end, just long press and wait until it adjusts and snaps into a literal perfect shape. It also works well with triangles, hearts, stars, circles, and even arrows. The Notes app is so powerful. If you have a physical copy of something that you want to make digital, all you have to do is long press on the Notes app icon on your home screen. In the quick menu that pops up, tap on Scan Document. Then simply point your iPad camera at the physical paper you want to make digital. The app will automatically detect the edges and scan it. You can then adjust the edges before saving it, so it looks exactly like it was scanned with an actual scanner. This is perfect for receipts, music sheets, and handwritten notes. Now that we're done with the Notes app, let me show you all the new customization tools that you now have. With your new iPad, you can now create dynamic wallpapers with just one tap. All you have to do is long press on your lock screen, swipe to the right, and create a new lock screen. From here, choose a default option or choose something from your Photos app. Then you'll see this new spatial scene button. Press on it and it will make your wallpaper feel 3D and alive. Next, if you tap on the clock, you can now finally change its size. If you choose this first font option, you can make the clock larger. And with the depth effect, you can make the clock float behind objects in the wallpaper. You can make the lock screen look even better with widgets. In the lock screen edit mode, tap the widget area. You'll see options like weather, calendar, and battery. All you have to do is just add your favorite ones and arrange them however you'd like. And then tap done when finished. Your home screen isn't left out either. You now have liquid glass that lets you customize your app icons however you'd like. All you have to do is just long press anywhere on the screen, then tap on edit and go to customize. Here you will see 4 options like default, dark, clear, and tinted. Tinted has to be my favorite because it lets you customize the app color to match exactly to your wallpaper. Definitely use the bottom bar right here because it lets you have the color bolder or more transparent. Now, if you have a keyboard for your new iPad, you probably noticed that the pointer is no longer just a circle and it's actually a triangle. And the cool part is Apple now lets you fully customize it to suit your style and needs. You'll find a slider to resize the pointer. You can make it bigger if you want to make it more visible or smaller depending on your preference. You can also add a border and increase contrast to make the pointer stand out against any background on your iPad. There's one annoying feature that makes the pointer disappear when you're inactive on your iPad. Turn off the auto hide pointer feature so it stays visible all the time when you're using a keyboard. Now, folders in your Files app don't have to be plain and boring with that blue color anymore either. You can now customize them. To do that, simply long press on any folder and select Customize Folder and Tags. From here, go to Tags and pick a color from the folder. Then go back and you will see the new emoji button. Tap on it. Choose whatever matches the vibe of the folder, and that's it. Last but not least, in the customization section is that now you can fully customize the background of your messages. All you have to do is open the Messages app, go into the contact info, and press on backgrounds. You will see a bunch of default backgrounds that Apple made, and some of them are actually even animated. Or if you want one that is more personal, you can choose your own photo, which is super cool. Now that we're done with customization, let me show you some smart gestures that will make using your iPad so much faster. Copying and sharing links with your friends has never been been easier. Press and hold a link, then drag it into apps like Messages or Notes to share instantly. I know, right? That is so cool. Now, this next feature is very hidden and not a lot of people know about it. You really don't have to go to Safari or the calculator app to make quick calculations on your iPad. Just swipe with your finger on the screen and a search bar will appear. This search bar isn't just for searching apps like you probably use it for. You can make calculations and this will quickly give you the result. And you can also say things like 50 USD to euros. Typing on iPad's full keyboard isn't always comfortable, especially if you're only using one hand. But there is a way to shrink the keyboard. To do this, simply place 2 fingers on the keyboard and pinch inward. It shrinks down to a small floating keyboard and now you can drag this tiny keyboard anywhere on the screen. This makes it easier to type with one hand or when multitasking. To return the keyboard to its full size, pinch outward with 2 fingers. This quick gesture makes typing so much more flexible. The next cool gesture is with your digital pencil. If you ever needed to write a quick note while doing something else on your iPad, you do not need to go to the Notes app anymore. All you have to do is with your pencil, swipe from the right corner of your iPad and quick notes will appear. Here you can write down all your thoughts or ideas and then close it. Another pencil smart gesture is very similar. You do not need to take a screenshot by pressing the volume and the lock button anymore. With your digital pencil, you can quickly swipe from the left side of the screen and it takes the screenshot right away. There's also a screenshot shortcut on the keyboard. Just press and hold the Command, Shift, and number 4 buttons and it takes a screenshot. From here, you can also capture the whole web page. Just tap on the full page option that appears on the top of the screenshot preview and this will let you save the entire web page in one scrollable image. No need for multiple screenshots anymore. Another smart gesture you need to know is how to switch between apps very quickly. You don't need to go right here to switch between apps. Instead, all you have to do is just place 4 fingers on your iPad screen and swipe left or right. This gesture cycles through your recently opened app smoothly, letting you jump back and forth. Now let me show you a few more quick tips. Since your iPad is now more like a MacBook, you really don't need to store all your apps in the home screen like this. Everything instead can go to the app library here. To do this, go to Settings and then head to Home Screen and App Library. And here under the newly downloaded apps, checkmark App Library Only. Now every time you download an app, it'll not clutter your home screen and go straight into your app library instead. And if you do end up wanting the app on your home screen, you can easily drag and drop it. The next hack is about your iPad's battery life. Battery longevity is all about how you actually charge your iPad. This is my advice, but do as you will. Go to Settings, then go to Battery and go to Battery Health. From here, toggle on Limit to 80%. What this will do is only charge your iPad to 80% and not more than that. Essentially, this will reduce battery wear over time. This is gonna be perfect if you want your iPad to last you for over 2 years. The next one is super cute for any journal lovers. No more using the Notes app or any third-party journaling apps for your journal. Your new iPad now has its own journaling app. This app supports photos, text, and handwritten notes. And it's perfect for daily journaling or planning. Also, you can have multiple journals. So if you want to have different journals for different things, you can do it now as well. Last but not least, have you ever wished that your favorite website had an app? Me too. And well, now you can create it. If you open Safari and navigate to the website you want to save, for example, esr.com, then tap the share button at the top of the screen and go to More and select Add to Home Screen. You can then rename the shortcut if you want and then tap Add. Now, instead of opening Safari and typing the URL every time, you have a one-tap app shortcut right on your home screen. It's perfect for the websites that you use frequently and those who don't have their own app yet. And those were my top 26 tips, tricks, and hidden features on your new iPad Pro M5. Thanks so much to ESR for sponsoring this video again. And if you guys like this video, please like and share and subscribe to my channel. I'm signing off now and I'll see you in the next one.